Hello and welcome to the ICE Exchange. This video is on job control using a sequence job. Objectives of this video is for you to understand how the data stage sequence job works and understand some of the options available when creating a sequence job. So what is a sequence job? Sequence jobs are types of jobs that you use to create a workflow. You can specify the order that jobs are being ran. You can build in controls such as branching and looping. You can specify actions to take depending on the success or failure of a job running. You can execute system commands or send emails. Handle job failures in a specific fashion. And you can also enable restartability in your workflow. A sequence job is built like a regular job. When you're creating a new object in data stage in the client, you will specify a job sequence that you want to create. It has stages and links. Job activity stage is probably one of the most used. It represents a data stage job or another sequence to execute. Links represent the passing of control from one stage to the next. There's no hand coding required within a sequence job. Here's an example of what a sequence job might look like. In this picture, there's actually 7 jobs, and they're connected by links representing the order in which these jobs should execute. You notice that the stages can be named and the links can be named just like in a regular data stage job. But you'll also find out that these links have what we call conditions behind them, basically triggers to identify when to pass control through those links. If we look at the job activity properties page, you'll see this is where we can specify what the job name that you want to execute. You select it from the repository. If there's parameters associated with that job, you also have the capability here to specify what values you want to use for those parameters. Just as in a regular data stage job, there's a job property screen for the sequence job as well that allows you to specify parameters to utilize to substitute in for these values when you're creating these jobs, creating these stages. This is the triggers panel. You can have multiple links coming out of a job activity, and each one can have an expression type attached to it where you can actually specify how you want control to be passed out of this job. Provides a lot of flexibility in being able to manage and how those workflows relate. Some of the options, you can execute it if the job runs successful or warnings only. You can add a wait for file to execute. You can execute commands from a command stage. You can create looping activities to run multiple times driven based on a list of values. And you can add nested conditions that you can actually place expressions in to evaluate other information to determine how you want to run a specific job or which jobs you want to run. So let's go take a look and see some examples. So here we are in the Data Stage Designer client, and you notice I've got a sequence job here.